So, hi everyone, my name's Grant Garner. I'm the Director of Customer Experience here at SaskEnergy.
And I am Alicia Glines. I am a manager of customer experience working with Grant at SaskEnergy.
So, a little bit more about us. Had a really great opportunity to join as a newer employee. I've been here for 10 months now. Prior to that, about 15 years at SaskTel, and really appreciate the opportunity coming in here. Fresh perspective, new great organization to work for, and it's been a blast.
Yeah, awesome. And I've been with the company for about a little over 10 years, and I've worked in various different roles in rates and customer connects and website development, and I'm very, very excited to be part of the customer experience group.
Do you have any special education or training?
So yes, a little bit actually. Earlier in my career, I thought project management was a great path for me, so I did get some extra education training in project management. And while my career took a different turn, it's had some really good fundamentals and how to really understand how to do a project, how to work as a team, be collaborative, take something from the very start to very finish. And I also have a bit of a finance background with an economics certificate. And along the way through SaskTel and SaskEnergy, both great places to work for, there's additional supports for other training with other specific classes to help support soft skill development.
Awesome. And I have a Bachelor of Commerce degree from University of Saskatchewan, so I majored in marketing. It was really great to take a variety of different classes, and I really loved the business aspect and the creativity that marketing offered as well. And then similar to Grant, like as I had worked in the industry, I also took like a project management certificate at University of Regina here. Because I find anything can be a project, and those skills are very, very helpful in almost anything, from planning a fence that you're building in life to really anything. Planning a wedding, planning a project at work, anything can be a project. So that's been really helpful. And then definitely with the company, there's always opportunity to learn and take on things because you just grow as an individual, and you never really know where you're going to be, right, in 5 or 10 years. So.
Yeah, I should also mention I also have my Bachelor of Business Admin through University of Regina, major in marketing.
Very cool.
What are your main duties?
Main duties. Well, if you prefer
want me to go?
lead.
You want to go?
Sure, you can go ahead.
Well, in the customer experience department, our main duty is to work on providing the best end-to-end customer experience for our customer base. We've got many different types of customers, being Saskatchewan's natural gas service provider in residential, commercial, and industrial applications. So we've got a fun job with lots of opportunity because while we sit within a specific department in SaskEnergy, we get to work with the whole company on improving our customers' lives.
That's right. We get to inject ourselves in any discussion and help customers end-to-end process, basically make it the best experience it can be. So it's pretty rewarding. And you get to meet a lot of people in the company that way too that you otherwise wouldn't really talk to. So we're kind of lucky in that we get to talk to everybody. So.
Definitely. And relationships are one of our 5 key values here at SaskEnergy, and we really do promote that with a very collaborative work culture, and that's probably one of the most fun parts of our job.
Yeah.
What equipment do you use to operate in your job?
So this job is a pretty typical office job. We've got everything that we need. We've got laptops, smartphones. We've got very nice office spaces. We've got a kitchen on every floor to help out with lunches and little miniature canteens, stuff like that. And then we also have the ability, it's not so much supplies, but it's more capabilities. We also have memberships with other companies to help us in building the best possible customer experience strategies and projects and execution. So there are quite a lot of corporate supports, and not to mention we also have ability to get additional training as required, as the needs for our team, the skills that we have change and evolve with changing customer expectations.
It's great. Working at head office, you can also work from home, and we get a chance to collaborate, like Grant said, with other consultants and other crowns and other people in the industry too. So really, we're very blessed that we get to talk to everyone.
Definitely, and it's a great space here at SaskEnergy Place in our head office in Regina. The other spaces are great too, but we've got some pretty cool things like a pretty outstanding gym, which employees have access to, and our families, as long as kids are above a certain age for safety. It's a great place to be.
What are some of the unknown duties?
Yeah, some of the unknown duties when you hear customer experience, I think typically the impression is everything we do is for customer experience, making customers' lives better. And here at SaskEnergy, what we do is in customer experience is about that, but what might be lesser known is we will also have an additional opportunity that we need to pursue, which often is about helping reduce costs, being more efficient as a company as well. We're not just spending money to spend money, so we got to make sure everything we do improves the customer and improves the business at the same time, and there is ample opportunity to do that.
Rewarding, I think, being able to flex that creativity muscle a little bit. It's not so rigid and all about the numbers. It's about the experience and creating something, like being able to be in a team where you can collaborate, which I mentioned before, and you can really figure out what is missing and then be part of the solution, and then actually see that new product or new service being used or launched on the website, or a new form, or whatever it is that's really helping customers, and it's really rewarding to see that that's been done and that you played a key part in that. So it's very rewarding that way.
I'd also say, as being a relatively small company with respect to the industry, nobody here is just a cog in the machine, so far removed from the actual impact of the work that you can't see it here. You've got the opportunity to make a real difference, to make a real change, and to see that change come to fruition. We are all responsible for providing safe, reliable, affordable, sustainable natural gas to Saskatchewan, with making it easy for customers to do business with us. And that gives us all an opportunity to make an actual difference, which I find really, really rewarding. Can be tailored to your strengths, your interests. It's a great place to work.
What are some of the challenges presented to you in your role, and how do you overcome them?
So our challenges, we have a unique team in the company that, as I already alluded to, we are housed within a specific division where it makes sense. We're close to our onstage employees who deal with customers face-to-face on a daily basis. But where we are with customer experience, the difference between customer support and customer experience is customer support and service has to do with how we interact with our customers on a daily basis in person. Customer experience is a broader umbrella. It includes that. It also includes how our company or brand interacts with customers on a regular basis. So we get to help bring people along in the journey of providing better customer experience from those who don't deal with customers on a regular basis or at all. So our position is a little bit unique and a little bit of a great challenge in that we get the keys to the whole company to work with absolutely everyone and be brought in. So everyone's excited about it. Sometimes the challenge is balancing the opportunity that comes at us, but it's a great challenge. It keeps us invigorated. No day is the same as the day before. And we get to work with a lot of people and get to know a lot of people in doing so.
Yeah, I agree. It's quite exciting. And kind of to branch off of your point, it's not just the frontline workers or staff that interact with customers. When we get to talk to everyone in the company, you really get to talk to all the employees around how they can make a difference. And I think having that opportunity for them to share how they're feeling and improvements they've noted, but don't know how to really kind of move that along in the company. Like, how do I share this? We're the vessel that allows them to, share, and that way I think everyone feels like more of a team, and that we really do have valuable input to give. So yeah, it is rewarding that way. I think also branching off of what you said, because you have excellent answers, is once you get all of these great ideas, just like anything in life, how do you prioritize that? How do you put make one more important than the other, and how do you really weight that? So that's always growing and changing. It's definitely not a bland or stagnant kind of job. So it's challenging, but we also have a great team that doesn't have any egos. We're just all in it together, and we each have our own strength that we bring to the table. So it's pretty awesome.
Good. What type of salary range is available in your roles, and then what are the benefits from SaskEnergy as well?
In our team, so we have various different levels of positions in our CX team. I would say it ranges anywhere from about 75,000 and up, depending on the level of responsibility you have. And from there, so that's kind of the range there. And sorry, what was the other part of your question?
Benefits.
The benefits. Okay, so being a Crown corporation, they have very good benefits. They're very strong. There's all sorts of benefits for health and dental. There's also extra things such as to support mental health. So if you need to speak with a counselor, there's a bunch of free sessions there, and also some funding available for that. There's chiropractor, massage, all sorts of things that I probably don't even know all of the different things off the top of my head, but it's a lot. And like Grant mentioned, there's fitness facilities here that have showers and steam rooms, and parking is accommodated where it can be from location to location. And we also have, obviously in addition to days off and stat holidays, which is pretty common, we do have a Gen E committee. So we do have a youth committee that will create say volleyball events or slow pitch teams, and really give you an opportunity to meet with your coworkers and your colleagues, and to forge relationships that way too. So it really does go that extra step. I think much more than other traditional companies do. So
yeah, our culture out here is the top. It's fantastic, and everyone has really good spirit, everyone has good relationships, and we have fun, we make friends. We're really a connected team that's self-motivated and interested in all of us being successful in our objectives. So the culture is very strong. I've been very impressed. Again, I'm new. I've been here for 5-ish months, or 10-ish months, sorry. But a little bit more on the compensation and benefits. Don't take it from us. You can, feel free to look up this year's Top 100 Employers in Canada article written by the Globe and Mail, and you're going to find SaskEnergy there, and we're very proud of that. And there's a write-up of some of those other benefits that, there's a lot of benefits, and that's why we are on that list. As compensation goes, we've got lots of levels throughout the company. So speaking on our team, I'm the leader of our team. In the director position, my range is 118 to 169,000. There are other cash benefits on top of that employees get to know about. But in addition, organizationally, there are lots of different levels of pay bands in scope and out of scope jobs. And that gives people the opportunity to come in, prove themselves, and then move up if they earn that, with lots of ability to move up. In scope, there's many bands, and there's a range, and you progress on a set scale and a set time. And then out of scope, there's, I know people from We call it Band 3, Band 4, Band 5, Band 6, Band 7. I'm on Band 8, and then there's a 9 and above. So there's lots of opportunity for career progression for the right individuals.
What about a pension plan?
That's a good question. So our pension plan, and I'll make sure I get this right, but I mean we're part of PEP, so are a lot of the public workers here, the Crown employees. It's a very well-known, very high-performing pension plan with lots of great options. But the long and the short of it, we contribute 6%, 6.0% off our paycheck, and our company vests, which means what they contribute, 6.5% on our behalf. So every single paycheck, we have 12.5% going to a pension, which sets us up really well for a comfortable retirement. And folks have been on PEP from out of university onto their career. That gives them the opportunity to, if they choose, retire earlier than 65 and be just fine. In fact, I find common it's 55 to 65 retirement age if you have that strong pension.
Agreed.
So thinking about professional development, so do you go to conferences? Is there a union association?
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely. If you're like, say, a designation, and I'm kind of speaking on behalf of outside of CX, but if you're an engineer or if you have accreditation to keep up with certain designations, certainly the company helps to facilitate and to pay for those. But for myself, if we're looking at I would say advancing our career, or there's a project or an initiative where we need a little more strength in an area, we can either look at hiring someone to help us with that, or we could look at developing that strength ourselves. So then there would be opportunity for going back to post-secondary, like picking up a couple extra classes and things, and then the company would certainly help out with payment towards that. So.
Yep, exactly. And when it comes to conferences, it's really nice working in Regina and Saskatchewan, because all of the gray matter across different companies is very local, and there are very little barriers from reaching out to another company and creating our own conferences to share ideas, share best and leading practices. We just had a meeting with SGI about a month ago. We had a meeting with Sask Power. And this is just a regular practice in Regina, collaborating with our colleagues in different businesses, where you're non-competitive, which is, for the most part, all of us. So it's great that way. We can have the value of conferences right here locally. And then there are opportunities for conferences and things like that as it makes sense as well.
Tell me about your work-life balance. You shift work, overtime, that sort of thing from the office perspective?
And this is, for the whole company I'll speak for, we've got great work-life balance. We have lots of options for if it's the right job. So in our team, it's definitely available after you get through, your initial probation. You can change your work schedule. Alicia, you can talk about that.
Sure, yeah. After probation, then you're able to work from home, so there's flexibility to do that for a few days in the week.
A couple days a week.
Yep. And so that's really nice.
You're on flex time.
And flex time as well. You got it. So, which is nice if you're, say an early bird. I work at 7:15 a.m. and I'm done by 4 o'clock. And so I take a full lunch, go to the gym, work out, do my work for the rest of the day, and then I'm gone, which is a little more difficult to get up in the winter months, but definitely the summertime, I feel I really reap the rewards of being done early, because then you can enjoy more of the summer hours or go golfing or swimming or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And kind of really make the most of summer in Saskatchewan. So I'm very grateful that I have that option here.
Yeah, we've got vacations, we've got earned days off, we've got a lot of ways to manage that. A nice benefit I didn't expect, but I was pleasantly surprised when I came here, is that there's actually an opportunity to take vacation, as an example, in less than half-day increment. So say in the summer I want to go to get an early round in, I could take 2.5 hours of vacation, come in at 10:30. and then I don't have to take a whole half day or whole day of vacation. So it's even more flexibility with that benefit. I did not know existed when I came in, and I was pleasantly surprised.
Great. Well, thanks, Grant and Alicia.
All right, thanks, Troy.
Thank you.